Hello, welcome to this video. We're going to be looking at angles on coordinate grids, or the Cartesian plane. Typically in trigonometry we start with angles on triangles, and then we throw in angles that are bigger than 90 degrees. What happens when angles are bigger than 90 degrees? And what we do is we put them on a XY axis, and this is standard notation. We always have the initial side starting here. It always points to the right on the x-axis, and then these angles open up, and then we call this the terminal side, where it ends. The terminal ends, and this point, the vertex, is in the origin. And so you could see that if we're going in this direction, we're going to call this a positive angle, and it's going to kind of just rotate around, and it can keep going. If we go all the way around once, that's 360 degrees, but we can go 361, 362, so on, and all the way around. We can keep going as many times as we want. We can also have negative rotation, and so we can actually have negative angles in which we're going backwards. We still start at the initial side, but now we go backwards, and we go, well, it's actually clockwise, but we still call this backwards. So in these next few pictures, you can see they're asking us to find the angle. So if I start here at the initial side and I follow the arrow and I go this way backwards, how far have I gone and what direction? Go ahead and answer yourself. Hopefully you're thinking negative 360 degrees, because we have gone backwards. I'm sorry, that is not backwards, that is forwards. So it's positive 360 degrees. We started here, we're going up and around in the positive direction. This next one, we're starting here, we've stopped at a right angle, so that's a positive 90 degrees. Here we're going backwards. If we go backwards, this is negative 90. Another negative 90 is 180. Another negative 90 is negative 270 degrees. This picture, we don't really know how big this is. I'm just going to ask you to estimate about what you think that angle is. If I go in the positive direction, I'm going to call this 60 degrees. Maybe it's a little more, maybe it's a little less, but for the purposes of this discussion, we'll call it 60. And then what happens if I start here, I go all the way around once, and then I come back and I land on this one? How big is that? Well, hopefully you're thinking once around is 360 degrees, plus another 60 degrees is 420 degrees. And so this is just the intro video of putting angles on the coordinate grid. We always put the initial side here, terminal side then in the positive direction going up. If it's going other direction, we call that negative. All the way around, which once is 360. We can see there's multiple ways to get there. We can go up 90, or we can go backwards 270. In this example, we could go all the way around 360 plus another 60.